Hello, I'm Executive Chef Joseph Schultz. Welcome to our kitchen. Today I'd like to share with you a recipe and technique for one of my most popular soups. That is my black bean soup. Join me now as I show you how I prepare it. The first thing I like to do is preheat my sauce pot, medium heat with a couple tablespoons of oil. At this point, if you were to put meat in your soup, such as chorizo, andouille, or other bacon or other types of smoked sausage, you would begin with that, render the fat for the flavor, and then remove it. The reason I would say remove it is because some of the soup we're going to puree and put it back into the soup to make it a little thicker bodied. If you don't want it thicker and you want a little more of a broth type soup, then leave the meat in. Once your meat would have been cooked, removed, and then proceed with this step. We're going to start with sauteing the onions. Notice I'm only going to use about half of the onions for now, and the remaining we are going to add later on. Now that the onions have become translucent, I like to add my garlic. We'll saute this. And then we're going to add our diced red pepper. Again, about half of it, reserving the remaining for later in the cooking process. We will saute this until they begin to cook slightly. Now that these cooked a little bit, I want to add one jalapeno, small diced. And then I will add my black beans. The black beans were drained and rinsed thoroughly in cold water. We give this a stir. Add the Tex-Mex seasoning. And then add our stock. We will bring this to a simmer. Now that the soup is beginning to come to the simmer, I will add the remaining peppers and onions. I will also add about 2 cups of diced tomatoes. These are home canned, and I canned them with jalapeno, cilantro, and some lime juice. Now I like to season it with salt. Give it a stir. And now all we want to do is simmer it for about 15 to 20 minutes. Because these beans are canned and already cooked, essentially we just need to heat them up and then get the vegetables to cook. Now that we have simmered for about 15 minutes, our vegetables are cooked. Now what I like to do is take some of it and we're going to puree it in our variable speed blender. This is going to help adjust the consistency on it and make it a little bit thicker rather than, loose and brothy like this. If you want to serve it like this, consistency, that's completely up to you. Nothing wrong with it. So, off to the blender. Well, here you have. Notice the difference with it, having this puree into there. This is the consistency that I'm looking for, and my family really enjoys it. So, now, let us finish it with lime juice, and then fresh cilantro chopped. Give it a stir, and we are ready for service. Well, there you have my black bean soup. This soup is definitely a go-to one in our house. It's versatile. There's many ways you can do it. Bacon. One of our favorite ways is using ham stock. Just a nice smoke flavor to that is really fantastic. And you can also make it as spicy as you want to. You could, if you wanted to, even garnish it with corn, anything like that, jalapenos, whatever. I did cotija cheese, and a little bit of cilantro. And I probably will, again, just a fresh lime squeeze right on there just to get that citrusy pop that makes this it makes it feel like a very light soup, even though beans are, very heavy and, a lot of protein and fiber. And I'm serving mine with a quesadilla with some aged cheddar and some scallions and chorizo. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's demonstration and would like to see you try this yourself. See what you think. Send some feedback, and if you like what we're doing, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Yoit Vayat.